get you to talk to me a bit about your current relationship. Just give me the lowdown so we can start trying to compare how the two are correlating to each other.
Okay, so I also went to school with my current partner, but he was 2 grades above me.
Okay.
He knows my ex-partner, but he doesn't, probably never really ever spoke to him before.
Mm-hmm.
But my current partner is actually really good friends with my older brother. That's how I kind of connected with him.
Mm-hmm.
He knows exactly what happened he knows most of the bad things that happened between me and my ex.
Yeah.
He was I probably would say was a little bit of emotional support during the court case. We didn't really start dating until after my ex ended up going to jail. He's been incarcerated now for about 8 months, but he got 3 years for grievous bodily harm and something to do with reckless driving.
Okay. Yeah.
So he should be away for a little bit longer at least. He could come out early, but I kind of feel where I am now. I feel like I'm a little bit better in life. I don't have contact with any of his family. Or I don't have any physical contact with any of his family.
Yeah.
My daughter does Skype with her paternal grandmother.
Okay, that's good. That's healthy.
But not physically, and she understands that I don't want her to know where I live.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't trust herself that he won't accidentally find out or things. So she's really respectful with that. She was a huge support during the court case because she didn't know any of this was going on. But my current partner and I didn't start dating until after he was in jail. We've had a pretty healthy relationship. I started off very, very, very slow. We were kind of casually seeing each other and going on dates for probably a good 5-6 months before I really felt like I probably could commit to being with him. We're about 3 months into properly dating now. We live in separate houses, but we only live about 5-10 minutes away from each other.
Okay.
Actually, it works in the mine, so he lives in a shared house. So he's gone 2 weeks at a time, and then he's home for 2 weeks at a time.
Yep.
So our relationship pretty much has been mostly on the phone and video calls and stuff, which I kind of find a little bit better because I do like my independence.
Yeah.
But I do find that when we do have arguments in person, it's not so much when I'm on the phone with him. I feel like I can calm myself down a lot more when I'm on the phone.
Yeah.
But in person, it kind of feels like, when we have arguments and they're not even like big things. It's kind of, like just stupid little things.
You feel like you have to defend yourself.
Yeah, I feel like I have like
be on edge.
A little bit of like that threat or something that I've got to guard myself and guard my child because I'm so used to all the explosive fights that happen with my ex that I just kind of feel like I have to be on guard 24/7, and that's really mentally exhausting as well. So I feel like I'm so tired when I'm in those states because I just feel like it's so much.
Emotionally draining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that he is not like that at all. He grew up in a very, very good family, even though there's people who are very violent with their partners who've grown up in great families. But he's very respectful of me, and he knows that when I'm getting a bit upset and he knows my warning signs, like he'll take a step back and he'll just apologize even though it's something probably that I've done or
like he's trying to be as supportive as he can be.
Yeah, he's kind of been maybe I think a little submissive, maybe that's the word.
Yeah.
like he just wants to stop the fight because he knows that it gets me upset. But I don't want him to turn out to be. I don't want him to turn into the person that he's just. When I get upset, he's immediately on like the oh I'm so sorry, blah 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 sort of thing. But I know that if I continue with being explosive and getting upset all the time, I'm not just going to wreck myself emotionally, but our relationship will probably be completely over. And I also don't want my daughter to kind of pick up on those signs.
Yeah.
Like going from that angry is like the main emotion, probably the best thing maybe that I'm feeling. Because she now is at the age where she's starting to kind of understand emotions.
Okay, yeah.
Like, and she's getting to the point now, like she has like those little squares, circles, and triangles like that you try and put through holes.
Yeah.
But I've noticed now that like when she gets frustrated and she can't get it in, like she'll just throw blocks.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff. So I'm kind of hoping that she's not picking that up from me. So I kind of want to work out what I'm emotionally doing with myself so I can make sure that she doesn't continue down that aggressive path.
Yeah. That's completely understandable, and it's a very responsible way to look at it.
Yeah.
With kids, it's very monkey see, monkey do. So
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about so say you and your current partner, he's come home from work, you're used to being by yourself, used to having your own space.
Yeah.
You two have started arguing about, say you've started arguing about what you're going to have for dinner. Small argument, just a bit of irritation.
Yeah.
At what point does your anger start flying off the handle? From the time that you start getting irritated to the time where you start flying off the handle?
I think it's when like my partner's kind of he wants me to make pretty much all the decisions and for because I think that he thinks that I feel better when I'm in control, which I guess I kind of do. So when he's like, well, what do you want to eat for dinner? So when I ask him what he wants to eat for dinner, he's like, whatever you like. And then I give him like 4 different options. And then he's like, I'm happy with whatever you are wanting. And please just pick something.
Yeah.
Then it probably after like the third or fourth, like, I'm happy to do whatever you want. I'm like, please pick something. And I don't really fly off the handle, but I just get really frustrated. Okay. And sometimes I do kind of like just storm out or just get away from situations for a couple of minutes. Okay. Just calm myself down and be like, this is not going to be a fight. This is not going to be the kind of relationship that you had with your ex. He's not going to start like throwing things because I didn't do exactly what he asked me to do. So I kind of feel like that's probably where I'm like, I don't throw anything. I just get frustrated. I do yell sometimes, but I don't like scream or or I just feel like I should be a little bit more patient than what I currently am.
Okay. So in those situations, in the situations where you've gotten very frustrated and you're that frustrated that you don't know how to calm down or get those frustrations out, what are some things that you would do at other times that you enjoy doing? So hobbies that you have, what stuff do you like doing that calms you down?
What I've found at the moment is now that it is a little bit cooler, still kind of pretty warm, I do like going for long walks with my daughter. It calms her down. She usually goes for a sleep, which is amazing when your child doesn't sleep.
That's right.
And I feel like that gives me a lot of time to clear my head. I used to listen to music when I would walk with her
Mhm.
when she was asleep. But now I kind of am just thinking, and I feel like that's making me feel a lot more calmer.
Okay.
But I do really like baking, and I feel like that kind of calms me down a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's really good. I feel like we're definitely on the right track to finding some ways that we can
Yeah.
work around your anger. And I think that it would be um, helpful if you are up to it, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be helpful for you and your partner to possibly do some couples counselling,
Yeah.
because I think it would be very interesting to um, sort of gauge him on how, with the situation with your past, how he feels towards you getting angry, how you get frustrated towards him being submissive all the time. I think it would be very healthy to try and work together to
Mm-hmm.
sort of even out the two.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so we will move on um, to some different things that you can do to calm you down at those times.
Yeah.
And then we will talk about um, if you should come into some more sessions or if you should be referred.
Okay. Wonderful.
Awesome.